This week there's a big push to encourage more gay couples to consider adopting a child. The number of young people being adopted is now at a 10-year low.
Gay and Lesbian Adoption Week is trying to address that by challenging the social stigma that surrounds gay parents. Research by the charity Barnardo's found that 1 in 3 people think straight couples make better parents. Just 1 in every 27 adoptions is by a gay couple. Meanwhile, 1 in 4 children in care never finds a new family.
And the charity says the experience of gay couples can make them excellent adoptive parents.
It's not uncommon for gay and lesbian couples to have experienced adversity in their own lives, certainly in working out their sexuality and all that means for them in terms of their sense of identity. Those are exactly the type of issues that an adopted or a foster care child will experience. So these couples are greatly placed to support these children.
Our correspondent Ben Chapman is with one couple now who are offering that support at their home in Stanley in County Durham. Ben.
Yes, good evening. Welcome to the home of 3 very energetic young boys aged 7, 8 and 9. Now, unfortunately, because of their circumstances, we can't meet them tonight, but we can talk to their 2 adoptive fathers, David and Chris. Good evening and thanks for agreeing to talk to us. Just tell us why you decided to adopt in the first place.
We'd always felt that it was the right thing for us to do. I've got a larger family with more children as well, and very, very close to them. So it felt like it was the right thing for us to do. We both very much like children.
And we hear about this social stigma that still exists in some quarters about gay couples adopting. Is that something that you came up against during the process?
It wasn't a major problem during the actual process itself. We did come across a couple of instances where we felt that being a gay couple was perhaps holding us back, local authorities that weren't replying to information that was being sent out. But the actual process itself was made very comfortable for us by Barnardo's. It was all very straightforward. We didn't really have any major setbacks in that regard.
And in terms of how things are now, I mean, how do the boys feel about having 2 dads, and how do other kids react to them and to that?
They find it completely normal. It's just been, I mean, the boys are absolutely brilliant. You wouldn't know they had 2 dads and they didn't have a mum. They just find it's a normal part of life. And other children, some of them are quite excited by the fact they've got 2 dads. They've commented, oh, you've got 2 dads that don't even see mine, things like that. So it tends to be quite positive for us.
And the argument that comes back sometimes is that they're somehow missing out by not having a mother figure. I mean, is that something that you agree with or not?
No, not really. I mean, as David said, some of the children that we know have never met their father. So, and they, in a straight relationship, and they miss out in that regard. They don't seem to be any worse affected for it. But also we've got David's mother, my mother, we've got our sister-in-laws, we've got female friends that we've got children of a similar age. So
a lot of female influences.
So,
anyway. Yeah. Just to end very briefly, what advice would you offer if somebody is watching this thinking, actually I do feel like adopting and they're in a gay relationship, what would you say to them?
It might seem daunting at first, and the process itself seems quite long and drawn out and lots of very detailed questions, but if it feels right for you, then stick with it. It's really worthwhile.
Okay, David, Chris, thank you very much for talking to us this evening. It's hoped that by encouraging more gay couples like David and Chris, we can bring down the number of children, that 1 in 4 who never find a family and find them a home, and that's what this Awareness Week is all about.
Ben, thank you very much.